Doubles and coffee. I'm going to ask all you a simple one. We love cricket in Trinidad and Tobago. Eh? Let me ask you this. If the Trinbago Knight Riders were playing the Guyana Amazon Warriors franchise cricket, okay, since you all love that, in Guyana at Providence, the final of the CPL 2025, and the umpire went to Guyana and said, boy, I check my phone, my weather networks, and I see rain coming. So here what, all your batting first. More than likely, this game going to go down to 14 overs. Right? All you hear me, Guyana Amazon Warriors? The match is not going to be 20 overs. It could be 14 overs. And then the umpire don't tell Trinbago Knight Riders anything. And they play the match. And Guyana go out there knowing it's 14 overs. They play aggressively. They take risk. And they pile up runs. And then at the halfway stage, the umpire tells the Trinbago Knight Riders, hey, it is not a 20 over match, you know. It's 14. So cut down. We're coming down on the Duckworth Lewis and we only playing 14 overs. Would that be a fair result? Would that be acceptable? Would you accept it? And then when Trinbago Knight Riders appeal that umpire decision to the ruling tribunal, the arbitration tribunal says, well, you have cogent evidence that the umpire treated you unfairly. The umpire gave Guyana Amazon Warriors advance notice. However, we cannot really tell exactly which shot was more aggressive and how many runs were scored extra because of that cheating advantage given to Guyana Amazon Warriors by the umpire. We can't tell exactly what specific run, what specific boundary, what specific attitude. We agree that the umpire cheated. He was unfair. He was partial. He showed bias. But we can't tell you the specifics. So therefore, the result stands. Even though the umpire cheated for Guyana, even though Guyana had an advantage, we cannot state exactly which run was advantageous. So therefore, the cheating result stands. How y'all feel about that? And then Trinbago Knight Riders pay money and go to appeal that decision. And they uphold the fact that you cannot say exactly which run was a cheat run, which shot, which ball they hit that would have been different had they not cheated or had they not had advance information. And now Guyana celebrating victory. Guyana Amazon Warriors celebrating victory that Trinbago Knight Riders have to pay their arbitration costs. Do you think that makes sense? Now to the people of Guyana, this has nothing to do with all you for sure. Just using cricket, because my people in Trinidad and Tobago, they love cricket. So I know always get touchy. This has nothing to do with Guyana. Well, that's what occurred in the 2015 election between the UNC and the PNM. The EBC, which is PNM, told the PNM, hey, it had rained all day. We, the EBC, who are the arbiters, the referee in the election game, the ones who are supposed to be fair, we are going to decide to extend the voting for 1 hour across Trinidad. Across the country, 1 hour, you're getting extra PNM. You hear me, PNM? They call Balize House, they tell Balize House. And they did not tell the United National Congress. They did not advise the United National Congress. PNM put their machinery in, especially in the 7 marginals, and knowing that they had an extra hour, they scrape out, they send drivers, they send area captains, they send street captains, they went and find people who had not voted for whatever reason, and they got an extra hour advantage. The court said that that was unfair, that was unjust, that was cheating, that was biased, that was partial, that was wrong. However, in Trinidad, and out of the 653,000 people who vote, we cannot state exactly which vote, what advantage, what came out, how many votes came out in that hour. There is no way to exactly count that advantage, even though they cheat, even though it was wrong, even though we agree with you it was unfair, even though it nullifies the principles of fair competition and impartial elections without fear or favor and so on, malice or ill will. Even though we agree with you with all that, we cannot tell you which specific vote, how much advantage, how many voters, whether it was 53, 105, 1500, 800, 700, in which constituencies. We cannot say that with specificity. We cannot say that with certainty, and therefore you're lost. That is the EBC case. Now the media is trying to promote something like the UNC lost something after they have to pay the PNM, and the PNM celebrating cheating, celebrating getting advance information, celebrating insider trading, celebrating an unfair advantage, celebrating an independent institution that gave them information and not the other team, celebrating a threat to democracy, celebrating cheating, celebrating theft of an election. All you really have no shame in this country, and for the media to be printing that and pretending like the PNM wins something. That's why our country in a mess. Because the fact of the matter is, the EBC was wrong. They gave one team an advantage. That is not a fair competition. That is like saying you're going to run a 5K and it's CIC versus Fatima, 20 runners. And the officials mark out the course and they mark it short. And they tell CIC is only 4,200 meters there. So all you know is not a full 5K, it's 800 meters less. So you know what to do. And they don't tell the Fatima boys, the Fatima runners. And the Fatima runners pace the race at 20, at a 5K. And they go at that pace. But the CIC fellas know it's a shorter race. That wouldn't be an advantage. But then you come and say, well, we don't know for each individual athlete how much faster they ran because they knew it was shorter. They knew it was 800 meters less. We cannot exactly say. So we leave the corrupt result. We leave the cheating result. We uphold the result and say that CIC win and beat Fatima. You all have to be mad people. In this country, we have to be mad people. And to all the citizens who find cheating is wrong, stealing election is wrong, and that the best should win and you should have fair competition, all of you who believe in sport and fairness and hard work and discipline and the best ones win, then you must vote out PNM. Because the one way they can't cheat is when there is a tsunami of discontent. All the gerrymandering, all the EBC control, all the rules tilted in their favor does not work like in Tobago when you get vexed, when you realize that it's too much disrespect. Vote out the cheating, lying, thieving PNM. That's what you must do. And to anybody celebrating that nonsense, all you have no class, you have no understanding, and you don't understand what real tenets of propriety, morality, ethics, righteousness is. All you will teach all your children to cheat. Well, tell them go and cheat in the exam, all of them doing tests. And then celebrate with your child, go movie tongue and go and buy pizza and ice cream. When your child come home with 100%, but they cheat. That is all you're teaching. Bless. All you get ready to vote.